Hey everybody, I thought it might be interesting to share a little bit about my production in Renoise. I've been using phrases more and more, especially my new album that I'm working on. There's a lot of phrases being used for sequencing the drums and breaks, as well as some of the melodies, but more so for the drums and the breaks. So I wanted to show a little bit about how I'm doing that. So let's take a look at this in the pattern editor. I set up the phrase to be triggered every 4 steps. You can see that here. The other thing I'm doing is within the phrase, you can trigger it from a certain section. And so as this plays, this will trigger the phrase at 0, at 4, at 8, and at 0C or 12. And we can see what that looks like here. As you can see, there's nothing changing visually here because it's playing down to the 4th step, down to the 8th step, down to the 12 or 0C step. The interesting part and where it gets really cool is you can specifically trigger any of your phrases by using this Z command and then giving the number of the phrase. So I can play the first phrase, and then I can play the second phrase, and then I can play the third and fourth and so on by using the Z command. So we're going to trigger the phrase 0-1 at the beginning. We're going to trigger phrase 2 at the 4th step. We're going to trigger phrase 3 at the 8th step. And we're going to trigger phrase 4 at the 12th or 0C step. So let's play this, and then I'll show you in the phrases where this is kind of jumping around. So you could see where the phrase was starting and stopping across all of these various phrases. And so you can set up points within the phrase. So you can really do a lot in terms of your sequencing. So I could trigger the first phrase a couple times and then trigger the 4th phrase. So let's hear this. And then you could also trigger different sections. So instead of starting at the 4th phrase here, we're going to trigger the top again and do 0, 0. So the first 2 should sound the same. Thanks for watching.